Hi, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Real Housewives of Moto. This is episode 15. Dean Wilson. I am a huge Dino fan. Katie, are you a Dino fan? I mean, I don't know anybody who isn't, but...
Yeah, I love Grandpa Earl.
Grandpa Earl!
He stole my heart with that.
Oh, it was so good. I love that Justin Brayton wears his Earl hat all the time. He'd posted, it's that teal one that has Earl on it. I'm like, I need one of those. I was not a hat girly, but I don't know, it's so hot in Texas that you have to wear a hat outside or else you're gonna die. So I'm like, I have clearly become a hat girly. I've got a prototype for some Real Housewives of Moto one. I got a Yeah No For Sure hat over there. If you don't know about that, yeahnoforsureusa.com. I think that was a free plug. But we're thinking about some hats for the Romies. So hopefully that will be cute. I know. Hopefully that will be coming. I got worried about Real Housewives and Bravo suing me, so your girl's got to talk to an attorney, but we'll get there. So I'm like, I don't want Bravo coming after me. And we'll talk about other things that have to do with an attorney too. Some things that I have now started on Instagram because I have zero chill. So it was an off week this week, and I'm so glad that I have found my girls, because everybody was like, what the flip do I do with myself? Everybody. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, it's just a weird feeling because, you have the anticipation of the race throughout the week, you get to watch. There's more press, there's more podcasts, there's more little, tweets coming out, and it was just ghost town this week. It's something to look forward to, and then you get to Saturday. You're so used to being in your rhythm with Supercross, qualifying, motocross, and it's just there's nothing. You literally feel empty, and I think it just starts with that Monday of oh, there's nothing to look forward to this weekend. It's an off week.
Yeah.
So it felt really weird. And we haven't had one in a while. So
yeah, I guess the last one would have been Supercross, which usually is Easter, but wasn't this year. It was off a week or something like that. I can't remember. But
yeah, Easter was early this year. Or was it late? I don't know.
I can't remember. That's a grueling schedule. I will say about the off weekends, I love to see what the writers do with their off weekends. So, Hayden Deegan, I'm looking at you and you're house parties in California. We'll get there. This is going to be a short episode because one, Katie and I have jobs and real life, and we're trying to blow through this because we weren't in your ears last week and we missed you. But a couple reminders: if you are not if you have not joined our Discord, please do so. You can find that in the link in bio if you follow me at Real Housewives of Moto. We also have stickers. I've got stickers around here somewhere, and I need to start mailing the second round out. You guys were incredible, and a lot of people requested stickers. This will be the last time I do free stickers because holy cow, do you know how much stamps cost now?
Oh, they're so expensive.
I remember when they were 24 cents a stamp. They're not 24 cents anymore. So you OGs who get free stickers, enjoy them because they're not going to be free in the future. They might be the cost of a stamp, but yeah. So speaking of things that I need to talk to an attorney about, this little account popped up called Brap Yap, BRAAPYAP on Instagram. If you love maybe a little, the gossipy, the tea, the dirt, pun intended, side of the sport, maybe you should go give Brap Yap a follow because they've got some interesting nuggies over there. So I know it's not for everybody. I know that like female podcasts in general are not for everybody. I'm looking at a certain demographic of viewers in Moto, but people talk, and people were telling Brap Yap some interesting things. So I was like, we need to start culling these and posting these. So if you are not following Real Housewives Moto, of course, give me a follow, and then after that, please go on over to little sister account Brap Yap. It's been fun. There's a few things that we're discussing over on Brap Yap that I'll kind of tease here. Chase stuff. Someone had mentioned that Chase is basically milking his contract legally. So you can't fault the guy. He's not trying to break a contract, but basically he has X number of races that he has to attend sequentially. And this person was saying it's probably 3 because when he was injured, he said basically 3 races out and then he'd be back at Redbud. Such a very specific thing to say if you're injured. So they were saying, okay, whatever race he comes back, say it's Southwick, that would actually be, early if he comes back this week. Then plus 3 more races, we won't see him wherever that lands us, which I think was Ironman. But yeah, interesting that Chase is playing his cards this way, so to speak. So does that surprise you?
Yeah, it's kind of comes off a little bratty to me, spoiled bratty, just be a man and show up.
I know.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a little crybaby-ish. It's
Yeah.
kinda rubbed me the wrong way, but it's one less guy Eli has to fight through. So on that side of things,
There
I'm
we
good.
go. It's true. It's true. The whole like switch, if we're going with the narrative that Eli's coming to KTM and Chase is going to Cowie and Prado looks like trash on the Cowie, and so we're bringing it back around, like it's just my head is spinning, and the fact that like we don't have Eli locked down yet, and here we are at like the end of June is crazy to me. So I guess like we're just gonna yap until October 1st, because I feel like that's the only time we're gonna ever hear anything definitively. Like, okay.
Yeah, can they just go interview Bobby Reagan, please?
Oh my
You know?
gosh.
Like, I
I
wanna know how that conversation went down first between Bobby Reagan and Eli. He was probably like, "Listen, boy, you
I
know
know,
I
right?
love you, but we can't afford you."
We thought Cooper was gonna be retired now. We got this young Hayden kid. You ever heard of him?
Like, I just wanna know how that went down
Dude,
because
me too.
everything seems civil and fine, so it's probably positive.
Yeah. I mean, you know that like if he's talking to him, he's not moving to Tallahassee, so it's not that, he's gonna be like, cool, I'm staying in Cortez, and if you can pay me, cool. If you can't, like moving on. So
Yeah,
yeah.
can we talk about the hot dog on the press
Oh,
conference? Because that's
duh.
probably been my favorite thing of the last 2 weeks.
Oh, absolutely. Like I don't even know what Jet was thinking. I posted on Instagram that I was like, here's this conspiracy theory, because apparently I'm getting all tinfoil hat. Only when it comes to moto, not other things. We're leaving the rest of the world behind. We just want to talk dirt bikes. What if Jet what if I don't think Jet is the mastermind. Like what does Joe call him? Does he call him Dodo on main event moto?
That is like he's like the golden retriever of the sport.
He's so golden retriever energy. It's not even funny. So I think that that's Jet. Like we're getting happy Jet, which I love. I feel the same way about Kenny. When Kenny's happy, he's unstoppable. But like, what if we're using this to our benefit? I'm saying we as like the Lawrence camp. Like we had Hunter on Gypsy, which I loved. I thought it was a great episode. I think Hunter is super well spoken.
Yes, when Hunter speaks, we listen.
Yes. Also, his hairline, like Hunter lucked out. Jet has a terrible hairline. Hunter's hairline is fabulous. So, like, if you're going to be the older brother and the guinea pig for Jet's career, like, I'm glad that Hunter got the hairline. So, um, but I will say that's all we talked about after High Point was Jet and the corn dog, and we're still not talking about like the legal drama, which we're not going to go there. But like, what if the PR machine behind the Lawrences is actually stronger than that of the Degans, and they're like, yeah, Jet, like you ate a corn dog on the podium after you just waxed us again, and that's what we're putting out into the media, not the legal drama. So I'm not saying that's real. I'm just saying I like conspiracy theories every now and then. But I don't know. Like, what were you thinking, Jet?
It was so funny, and Eli's, like, did a double take and realized it, and he
Yeah.
just smiled and was, like, kinda chuckling to himself. I'm like, "That is so funny." Like, Eli can't help but to like Jet, I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
Like, he's just
I
that
mean, he's
golden
fun.
retriever running around,
Yeah. Okay,
and
so Jet's
everyone
a golden
likes him.
retriever. What is Eli? I should have prepped you on this. But what is Eli? Like
Oh,
he's not a bulldog. Well, yeah, he's a little bit of a bulldog. People have said that about his riding. But I think Cooper is more like a bulldog when it comes to riding. But Eli, we have to think about this. Anyhow, we'll come back to it. I sprung this on Katie, so I'm like in the animal energy. I'm not an animal person. I love other people's animals, but I got enough things in my house that I got to wipe their butts and worry about. But I'm big black cat energy, so I'm okay with all the other things.
I like
We're gonna
that.
come back to that. So,
Yeah,
but
that's tough.
Jet at the press conference and the corn dog, I was sent like no less than like 20 times, and I was so proud. I was like, you guys get it, you understand my humor. Like Jet knew what he was doing, even if he didn't know what he was doing, the media is going to use it. So I love that. And yeah, I love that it got a little cheeky smile from Eli. And I just, anytime we can
Yeah,
have
it's cute.
Jet and AP on the podium, now AP is probably traumatized. He's like, no, I don't want to be on the podium. I don't want to have to talk about Eli and pretend that I don't know anything. So I'm good with it.
Eli has never been so smiley in a press conference unless Jet is there. Like, he adores Jet, I think.
It's true. I mean, like I said on an earlier pod, like I think that Jet is the best thing for Eli's career right now because one, he's challenging him. Like he is the last frontier of things that Eli has to tackle. And two, he's super doofy. Like he's a kid. I mean, Hunter talked about it on Gypsy that like, you know, Jet is this multimillionaire and literally just carries all of the like impulse buys by the register.
Nerf
I'm like,
guns.
I love that. That made me so
Yeah.
happy. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. But I thought that was really sweet. Other things from High Point about Jet. Jet going up to Hymas to check on him after he wrecked. So sweet. Did you see that?
That was so sweet. Like, I love Jet now.
I know. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to
He
like
doesn't
him.
have to do that, and he does,
I
you
know.
know? And even Hunter was saying that after SMX, like, Jet said sorry to Hunter, you know,
Oh.
because he beat him by 1 point.
Yeah.
And Hunter was kind of like, Jet does not have one mean bone in his body. Like, he
I
is
love that.
loyal and he's kind to others. He's so generous. And it's like, if people only knew,
Mm-hmm.
you
Well,
know, like what rider, what teammate would say sorry for winning, you know, a championship to the other
well,
teammate?
maybe one that shares DNA. That might help. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think like even with the video, the hard R video, I mean, like I'm not excusing what he said. I'm not excusing the behavior, but like also like it's Dodo. It's goofy Jet, you know, and I'm sure someone is egging him on. And he's like, what, 15 in the video? Like, I'm not giving him a pass, but like, I don't know. Happy Jet seems very unfiltered and I like it. I think when we
Yeah.
got buttoned up Jet, like what, 2 years ago is when they really went buttoned up. It was boring, you know?
It was disingenuous because it wasn't him. And Hunter also said in Gypsy Tales that Hunter is like a best man's speech that doesn't go well. Like, he means well, but it just doesn't come out right.
Yeah. No, that's true. Somebody said something the other day, somebody being sassy in my DMs about math or whatever, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have big brain math. And then they didn't get it either, and I was like, man, you're being mean, and you didn't get my Jet Kenny reference. Like that sucks. So, other things about Jet this week. You had mentioned Jet getting stuck in the rain on the golf course.
Yeah, because I watched it and I was like, oh, I'm not surprised at all. And then you posted and you're like, this is so on brand.
It's so on brand.
And I feel like I get annoying, so I'm always like replying to your stories. So I decided to sit that one out. But I'm like, yes, Allie, like you get it.
We get it. We get it. These are our girlies. I've had a number of people recently who are like helping me super sleuth out some things. Like we're gonna talk about this Hayden Deegan party this weekend. Like we're gonna get there. But other notable things, Ryan Hughes, Rhino, not our Ryan Hughes of Pro Circuit Kawasaki Time Master Pulse Mechanic, but Rhino visited the Tomac Ranch. So we got all the questions.
What's funny is early in the day, I asked Derek, I said, do you think Eli's riding today? Because these are just the weird random things that pop into my head.
I love it.
And then sure enough, that Rhino posted that video. And I'm like, wow, like I really wonder how that went down. Is he good at starts? Like I meant to look this up, but is he there helping Eli with starts? Why was there another KTM there? Who are those lucky people who just get to go ride with Eli at his track?
Yeah.
You know,
I saw somebody tagged whoever the other KTM rider. It was a GP guy. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me nuts now that I can't see it. But everybody's screaming like, "Duh, it was this person." But whatever. It was a GP person. I hope he's helping Eli with starts because if Eli could get his starts locked in, like we'd have a real championship on our hands.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. I know
Poor
that
little Eli, he just can't figure them out.
I know. But also up against the Hondas, like I don't know. I mean, AP had, a couple good ones. Also, you want to talk about Chase? Like if he's trying to say like, I'm waiting on the bike to get better, like what the F is AP doing on that bike? Like,
yeah, give some hope for Eli. Give some hope.
Which also, I was checking the point standings for SMX. Cooper Webb is at 465. Behind that is Justin Cooper in second. He's 36 points back. And then behind that is AP with 54 points. I mean, Cooper Webb, we know, is not an outdoor specialist. And I think he's also probably got championship fatigue. So I would assume that Cooper would probably drop. But J. Coop, I mean, if he can make the hot laps, transfer.
Yeah.
I mean, AP is going to be potentially the first seed into SMX because after that, it's Chase. And Chase ain't getting no points outdoors. or not many.
Yeah. But see, this is what I said about Cooper Webb in the beginning. Like everyone was saying, "Oh, he's going to do so much better in outdoors this year. He's starting prep early." And I said one of our very first podcasts, I said for outdoors, you either have it or you don't.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
I
so
mean,
far,
I think he could have it, but also like I'm not faulting the guy for having like championship fatigue. Like he did that championship not thinking he was gonna have Jet and Hunter and Eli out, you know? So like when you January Cooper Webb, I think is a very different than May Cooper Webb. So I don't fault him,
oh
but
yeah, well, he said like, "Oh, I have Eli and Justin here. I'm fine to
yeah,
just chill."
I don't blame him at all. So
Yeah, I love that honesty.
yeah, me too. I do wonder about Rhino though. Thinking about Rhino at the Tomax. Rhino's big deal is the like no knee braces, like and how you tuck your hips and things. Like, so I'm wondering if he, like how that was connected. Like, was Eli like, hey, I need help in this area? I feel like Eli doesn't need help in any area other than like he's not as young as Jet. But I'm like, who made the connection? I want to know.
Yeah, because I mean, Rhino trained Eli way back in the day,
Yeah,
so I don't know if Rhino was like, "Oh, I'm going on a little road trip, can I stop by?" Or did John Tomac give him a call?
yeah,
You know?
yep. I hear you. Well, since it was an off week, we're going to touch briefly on this. 100 hours with Cole Davies from Gypsy. Mwah, mwah, chef's kiss.
It
Like
was
so good.
perfection. It was perfection.
Gosh, good job, Jace. Like brilliant. I said this on my stories when I was watching it, but like Jace dropping this on and off week. The sport is brutal. Like if you're gone for more than a week, people start to forget about you, especially if you're a 250 rider. We here at Real Housewives Moto, we adore Cole Davies. We love him. It just made me fall in love with him even more. Like seeing him in my hometown at like the Publix that I used to shop at. Also, I would have pooped a brick if I ran into Jace McAlpine and Cole Davies at Publix in Tallahassee. I would have fainted on the floor. So I'm glad I wasn't there. But oh my gosh, like so many funny one-liners. We might have to do a part 2 because it was so good. But if you've not watched 100 Hours with Cole Davies, head over to Jace's YouTube, Gypsy Tales, and just it's so good. So just watch it one time and then watch it again because there's so many just little quips and quirks like Cole's humor. This, the NZ. I love that NZ.
He's so
It's
funny.
so funny. So I'm just like, if you maybe aren't a fan of other 250 riders, or if you're not a fan of them off the track, like on the track, you're fine. But if you're not a fan of them off the track, Cole Davies is a nice alternative. Like he seems like a good kid. He's got a good family behind him. He's hilarious. I love that he doesn't have a license, so like he can't leave his house. Like poor kid. So I'm like, oh gosh, I need to send him like an Uber gift card or like, I don't know. Maybe I'll text some of my besties that live in Tallahassee and be like, hey, you want to like shuttle him around?
These kinds of videos, though, are what grows the sport.
I think so too.
They don't do the house tours anymore like they used to in the Bubba RC
Mm-hmm.
days.
Mm-hmm.
They would kind of do like their own version of MTV Cribs.
Yep.
Even Eli has one, and when he was in his townhouse when he just became pro.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to get a tour of Eli's house or Ken Roxon's house,
Ugh.
AP's. Like, they need to bring those back because growing up watching the sport, that's really what I remember.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what happened at a certain race, but I always remember the fun videos I would watch when they would do
Yeah.
those specials. They need to do those more, and
I
they should
love
put
that.
Jace in charge.
No, really. Honestly, like I think that Jace is becoming like the voice of the sport right now for me. Like at least the like journalism side of the sport. But man, I was gonna say something about that. But anyhow, yes, go listen to Cole Davies. Go listen to 100 Hours with Cole Davies. That's the title of it. It's lovely. We'll come back to that because probably by the time we record again, Katie and I have watched it maybe 20 times between the two of us. No shame. So but some off week stuff. Hayden Deegan was at a little house party in LA, looks like, with how do we say his name? Mickey Mace? Is that how we say it?
Mickey Mays, yeah.
I'm like, we're so old. I don't know who these people are. He's got face tattoos. I'm not cool. But just an interesting little party on Snapchat, so send a few of those screenshots to Brap Yap. There are more girls that I can't keep up with that I don't know who they are that he's posing with and all this stuff. But interesting. I'm fairly certain that Ashley Rowan, Jason Anderson's ex, was there. And she's gonna get her little DJ thing on. But also, it looks like Ashley is now dating Adam Cianciarillo. So like,
Did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I'd seen some things earlier in the season, like there was a couple tags or whatever, but then one of my romies sent me the receipts and was like, "Here's confirmation." So we posted that, and I'm here for it, honestly. There are other females in the sport who have dated. I'm going to say dated multiple writers. Like of course there are women who enjoy multiple writers. Cool, that's your prerogative. But if you're in the industry and you know that so and so dated somebody and she probably knows how to keep her mouth shut in a talking way, then I don't know, like you're seeing the same people and they understand the industry, like why the heck not? So I thought that was interesting. Just watching Hayden Deegan be rich and young. And
Gosh, did you see the TikTok? He told the girl he was with, like, "I need an organic, chicken salad because it's race week," or, "I need to lock in," or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah, I know,
"That's
but like
so
mocking
cringe."
though, like he was like he can eat whatever he wants. So yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Sorry, this is going back to Kenny and house tours. Kenny is going on the JB and AC show, which every time I say that name, I wish they had named it the 9 and 10 show, but I digress. And they were like, "What questions do you have?" And I want to be like, "Hey, can Kenny, or rather Courtney Roxon, can Courtney give Adam some tips? Because Adam's been like renovating his house. And like, I don't know if you've seen any of like Courtney's house tours. Like the girl can decorate. Like she's got an eye. So I'm like, y'all need to get hooked up." So that was for free. Quick little teaser looking forward. We've got Southwick coming up this week. Obviously, it's a sand track. It's pretty famous for the sand. I have heard rumblings that the Conan brothers might be coming over to race. Just hearing some little rumblings. So no confirmation yet, but I think that would be incredible. We think they're 250 riders. And just the idea of having twins in the sport that are that great, like that's fascinating to me. So that's a little tease there. But other things that you're looking forward to with Southwick?
Eli has to win. We're coming up on his 3 best tracks. He needs to win now.
Yep.
So I will be nervous on Saturday, but excited. I'm excited for the week. It's race week.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a good one.
Excited to have it back on the TV. I have no plans except watch the race and enjoy every bit of it because, as in the words of Maddie McAdoo, we have to be where our feet are.
Be where our feet are. I love that. I love that. She's such a cute one. If you guys have not seen Maddie's interview on In Her Lane podcast, please go over to our sister friends at In Her Lane podcast and give that a listen. Monica and Hannah are just killing it, and I'm hopefully going to help them out with some of their tech issues today. Y'all, podcasting is not easy. Katie and I literally spent like 30 minutes before recording trying to get our mics right.
I just wasted your time. Like, I am so sorry.
No, are you kidding me? Like every single week I'm like, I can't get this plugged in. I can't get that. So I know that In Her Lane, those lovely ladies have not escaped the tech issues too. And so I want to hear from more people. And these women, Monica and Hannah are much more connected to the sport than we are. Obviously, we are just fans. So if you've not listened to the Maddie episode and the ones that they have kind of coming down the pike, you should, because I'm super excited about some of the ladies that they have got on their list. But this was short and sweet, little teaser episode. Hopefully Katie and I can get back on the phone later this week, but hope you guys enjoy episode 15 dedicated to the Dean Wilson and his poor little booty accidents, all his booty injuries. Goodness gracious. So, all right, Katie, any parting thoughts?
Nope, just excited that we have something to look forward to this week.
Heck yeah. No race, no F1 race, no college football. I didn't know what to do with myself, so I rearranged my whole house, and out of frame is all the crap that I didn't organize. So, well, cool. Right. As a reminder, give us a follow on Instagram at Real Housewives of Moto. You can also check out that other account, BRAPYAP, BRAAPYAP, and hit the link in bio on Real Housewives of Moto for the Discord and sticker info. And we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.